The most important facet of becoming a successful trader is understanding the psychology of trading. And in this video, I'm going to talk about ways we can strengthen your mindset so that way you approach every trade with confidence. The biggest reason people fail in trading or blow up their accounts is because they do not understand the psychology of trading and they do not have tactics to cope with it. So here is what I mean by that. How often do you see someone, or maybe you've done it yourself, take a loss in trading and then jump right back into another trade and another trade after that, just trying to make your money back? And what usually happens is you lose more and more each time. Then even after a week of successful gains or 2 weeks, it goes all out the door in one trade. Or how often you see someone, maybe even yourself, make a play based on what someone is telling you to do. Again, that is not strong trading. That is just following what someone else is telling you to do, and that is not going to help you be successful in the long run. And to truly be successful in trading, you need to have tactics and game plans to cope and attack the psychology of trading. So in this next section, I'm going to give you 3 tips that you can use to attack that psychology of trading so that you can become a successful trader. These 3 tips are the 3 that I use to grow all of my accounts, including the one we see on YouTube, which has grown to $48,000 in just 1 year. And these strategies have worked for me for my entire decade of trading, and they are transferable. Everybody can use them because they fall in a generalized strategy that helps you succeed with trading. So first, game plan. A game plan holds you accountable. And what is a game plan? A game plan are a set of strategies and facets that you follow each time you're going to make a trade. The reason you need to lay out a strategy is it prevents you from doing the exact thing we just talked about, where you jump into a trade without doing your research, you jump into a trade because you just lost a previous trade. Whatever it may be, it is pivotal that you stick to your game plan. And in order to stick to it, you have to create one. So let's create a game plan. When you're creating your game plan, start small. Let's say I'm only going to invest on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Or I'm only going to buy companies that I use. Whatever your game plan might be, it doesn't matter, but you need to stick to it. So I highly recommend the first thing you do before even opening a trade is come up with your personal game plan. And in the comments below, if you have any questions on developing your game plan, just ask. I'd be happy to help you. What I've done, what I know other people do, we can all work together. There's plenty of money. We can all grow together. The next tip to combat the psychological warfare that is trading is accountability. You need to hold yourself accountable. Starts with the game plan. You need to lay out what your strategy is, conduct your research, be prepared. The most confident individuals in any facet of life are the ones that are most prepared. So lay out that game plan, do your research. Once you've created it, you need to hold yourself accountable. You need to ensure that regardless of the situation, you are sticking to your plan. You are making sure that you are not stepping out of bounds. You are not jumping into trades. You are not rushing decisions. You are not making plays based off of what other people are telling you to do. You are simply following your strategies. When you do that and you hold yourself accountable, it becomes so much easier to combat any of the psychological challenges that come with trading. And like I said, you will take losses. Your first loss is going to be challenging, and that's where accountability is the most pivotal. You need to take a step back. Hey, why did I lose that trade? Was it because my game plan wasn't as truly as adapted as it needs to be? Was it because I rushed in too early? Was it because I exited too early? Whatever it may be, you need to hold yourself accountable. Accountability is perhaps the most important way to stop the last tactic that we need to talk about to combat psychology of trading. So here we jump into that. The most challenging obstacle to overcome in the psychological approaches to trading are your emotions. As humans, we are extremely emotional to begin with. We get sad, we get angry, we get happy. All these emotions, we need to remove them when we trade. What does that mean? After you take a loss, You cannot be extremely angry. And that's where accountability comes in. Do not allow yourself to be angry or sad enough to try to jump in to another trade. On the inverse side of that, after you win a couple trades in a row, you start to feel like you just can't lose. And I promise you will. You need to make sure your emotions are in check and that you are not jumping into multiple trades, whether you're winning a lot and you just feel like you can't lose, or you're losing a lot and you feel like you can't win. You need to stick to your game plan. You need to hold yourself accountable. And when you do these two things, it makes it a lot easier to remove your emotions from trading. So again, to recap, you need a game plan. Lay out your strategies to get from point A to point B. Hold yourself accountable. No going outside of those lines when you're going from A to B. And finally, when you do those things, you'll be able to remove your emotions. Keep calm, confident. Know that you are prepared. You've done your research. Whether you win or lose, you put your best effort forward, and there was no emotions involved in making that trade. Before we get into the last part of the video where I kind of break down where we are at the week, I wanted to kind of give you a quick overview of 3 brokerage accounts that I use. And the reason I want to do that is some of you are completely new to trading. You don't know where to start. Some of you have been trading for a little bit, but you're looking to make a change. So in the world of trading, there are a ton of brokerage accounts. Many are wonderful, but some are a little bit less than reputable. So I want to talk about the 3 that I use and why I use them. First, Robinhood. Robinhood is easy to use. Highly recommend for beginners. You use Robinhood. It's easy to navigate, easy to understand. The layout is smooth. So if you were a beginner trader, I highly recommend Robinhood. Robinhood's the one I have on YouTube where we've seen the account grow up to $48,000 in just a year. Next, Fidelity. Fidelity is a wonderful tool for providing market analysis, in-depth research, anything you can think of. Fidelity has it on there in terms of company research, and it's wonderful. On the flip side of that, it is a little bit harder to navigate, a little bit harder to sell options, buy options, things like that than Robinhood. So as a beginner, I do not recommend starting with Fidelity, but I highly recommend getting there. It is wonderful. And then going down to Webull. Webull is a nice combination of the two. Webull is easy to navigate like Robinhood, but also has awesome screeners and stock analysis like Fidelity. So Webull is a nice combination of the two. Like I said, I use all 3 of these, and they're all 10 out of 10s in my opinion. But I wanted to give this brief breakdown on why I use them, because it can help you get to a starting point, help you become more comfortable, and help you get started in trading, become more successful in trading, and let's all grow together. And here's an update for the week of our account. We are up over $300 on the week, but I kind of wanted to give you an insight on what trades I'm fully in. Like I said, for this account, I use it to generate income to invest into my other businesses. So I want you to see what all options I have open. So I'm going to scroll down here, and they're all sells. I don't have any buys open. I only sell options on this account. So you can see all these options we have open. The other thing you can kind of take note, maybe try some of these plays if you're interested. These are all ones I have open currently. You can see we're scrolling down. Those are all the options I have open. I don't own a ton of stocks on this account. Like I said, this is an income generating account. So these all pay dividends, or I was assigned shares of them and I'm selling covered calls against them. So like I said, this is an income generating account. We're going to get it over to 100,000 hopefully within the year. So let's continue to grow. Hopefully from this video, you're better prepared, more equipped to go against the psychological challenges that come with trading. So if this video helped and you enjoyed the content, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.